Hello, race fans, and welcome in to Texas, everybody. It's the Noma Texas 210, live from Texas Motor Speedway here tonight with the Noma Next Gen Series. And this week we are off to round number 3 of the round of 12 playoffs here. So let's go ahead and look at some of the race details for today. Here you have it. It is a 1.46 mile track, 84 degrees Fahrenheit track temperature tonight. So plenty of grip out there, 43% humidity, clear night with 1 mile per hour winds. Currently they are doing their practice session, which is set for 45 minutes. As soon as we're done with that, we're going to move on to qualifying, which will be set for 5 minutes. They'll have 2 chances to put in their fastest laps that they can. We'll take the results from that and line them up for the main race of the day, which will be 150 laps under the lights here tonight. Stage number 1 will end at lap number 35, and stage number 2 will end at lap number 75. They do have 5 sets of tires, 1 faster pair, and 3 green-white checkered attempts if we need them. And of course, this is brought to you in part by Royalty Racing Network and myself, Triple F Bomb. How's everybody doing today? Haven't seen you all in a couple weeks. Hopefully you're doing good. Been watching college football all day. Hopefully you have too. It is, I guess, that time of the year. I always love it because I love college football. So, yeah, I got racing and football all in one day. Man, I don't think it can get any better than that. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the racers down out on the track. I know some of them are zooming around. Let's see who we got. We have Justin Parham going to be up first, the driver from Boiling Springs, South Carolina, in the number 19 Rain Energy Chevy Camaro. Good luck to you tonight, Justin. Who else do we have? Joey Hickok's making his way around the track right now in the Flatwood Chevy Camaro in the number 3 car. Good luck to you tonight, Joey. Matthew Fritz as well is zooming around the track. Let's zoom in on these cars a little bit. Let's get some. There we go. In the M&M Pet Sitting Chevy Camaro, the driver from Middletown. Good luck to you tonight, Matthew. Who else do we have? Kenneth Redinger out on track in the number 24 car, Mountain Dew Livewire Chevy Camaro, the driver from Reading, Pennsylvania. Good luck to you tonight, Kenneth. Christian Delgado right there in behind him on the track, the Adrenaline Racing Chevy Camaro, the driver from Abilene, Kansas, in the number 13. Good luck to you tonight, Christian. Chris Cornett currently sitting in pit lane in the number 88 car, the driver from Rome, Georgia, the Zero X Media and Design Chevy Camaro. Good luck to you tonight, Chris. Alan Wild as well, sitting in the pit area right now in the Clad's Gaming Corner Ford Mustang, the driver from Thomasville, North Carolina, in the number 28. Good luck to you tonight, Alan. Jesse Calloway as well, sitting in pit lane right now. Does that say Vulcan? I think it says Vulcan. Yes, it does. Chevy Camaro, the driver from Granite Falls, North Carolina. Good luck to you tonight, Jesse. And Jay Stinson is somewhere around here. He's in the garage area, I do believe. He's going to be in the number 31 Chevy Camaro. Fry Disposal, it looks like, is going to be on the side of his car tonight. Driver from Bristol. Good luck to you tonight, Jay. Right now we have 9 racers in the server. Hopefully we get a few more before the race begins. We got about 11 minutes left here in practice, a little bit less. Go ahead and take a ride around Texas Motor Speedway. Let's ride with Kenneth Redinger. Why not? He's heading down the back stretch right now. I believe he's just coming out of pit lane. Going through 3 and 4 right now, so we'll get to take a full solid lap here. I really like Texas Motor Speedway. Tri-oval right here is always exciting when you're side by side. Here we go, starting the lap right here. We go through the dog leg, and here we go into turns 1 and 2. And I feel like 1 and 2 on this track really makes or breaks your entire lap. It's a really tough corner on the right front of the vehicle here, and you can lose it a little bit when the tires get a little wore down coming out of turn number 2. And then 3 and 4 is a little more flat out, especially when you have fresh tires. You can almost hold this thing full blast all the way through this corner. You're going to want to suck up right next to that wall. That wall starts to creep in on you towards the end of the runs, too. Whenever you get the slick tires out there, bouncing off of turn 4 is it's something that happens very often around here, I do believe. That was a nice clean lap there by Kenneth. What was that, at 29.09, so only 1/100th of a second off his fastest time right now. Just the best time. Now you can see the best time. 29 flat is the time to beat by Justin Parham, which is tied by Joey Hickok's in the number 3 car. Pretty solid lap there by him. Nice smooth lap here. I think Kenneth knows his way around here right now. Whoa, gets a little loose heading out of turn number 2 there. Was able to save it though. Jay Stinson has now made his way out of the pit area. Well, he did. There he is. There's his beautiful ride, the black, red, and white machine 31 on the side. Good luck to you tonight, Jay. Good looking paint scheme. Go ahead and take a look at the championship standings while we have a minute here. I'll go ahead and turn all this stuff, get it out of the way. This is the point standing heading into tonight. Zach Lockett, again, won last week. Really put on a show, so congratulations to him for getting the win last week. He has 3,142 points, and he is at the top of the board. Christian Delgado, he is in here with us tonight, so he might be able to gain a little ground if Zach Lockett doesn't show up. He has 3113. We have Matthew Fritz with 3107. Going to round out your top three. We have Chris Cornett with 3105. And Justin Parham going to round out the top five with 3,102 points. We have Ryan Gomes, Alan Wild, Jay Stinson, Joey Hickox, and Josh Freed going to round out the top 10. Zach Stevens, Keith Prince, Chase Greer, Brian Wertman, Dustin Rogerson, and Joe Hudson going to round out the rest of the 16 postseason racers. Remember, we are on the round of 12, and this will be the last round of 12. So Keith Prince is holding on to his last spot in the top 12, unfortunately. So 8 and above are going to make it through tonight to the next round. So Jay Stinson is on the bubble with 30.81. Let's see if Joey Hickox can maybe gain a little ground on him, or Josh Freed. Who knows? Maybe Jay has a bad race. We just never know. That's why we come out here and do it every week, I guess. And Zach Lockett has already locked his way into the round of 8. So even if he doesn't make it here tonight, I believe he will make it through just fine. It's been a wild season, I will say. A lot of ups and downs. We had a dominating factor of John Ross with us for most of the season. He really put it on him out there, and unfortunately was not able to continue with us into the postseason. So that freed up a spot for some of these other racers to shine a little bit. Zach Stevens has joined the server now. Maybe we'll get a look at him before we head off into qualifying. See Chris Cornett coming out of pit lane now. I'll take a look here at the schedule for next week. Where are we off to next week? Okay, so this is the last race in the round of 12. Round of 8 is going to begin at Kansas Speedway. We have Kansas, Las Vegas, and Old Atlanta. That'll be the 3 tracks in the round of 8. And then the top 4 will move on from those 3 tracks into the very final race of the season, which will be at Miami on September 27th. So 1 month from today. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh no, Chris Cornett going to lose it a little bit heading out the corner. To the wall there a little bit. Jay Stinson putting in some laps now, 29.53. You can see an improvement on that one here in free practice. Got about 6 minutes left, everybody. 6 minutes, and we're going to move on. Good looking paint scheme for Justin Parham right here in the number 19 car. Let's get a zoom in action of that. I don't think I did over there. Rain Energy on the side of it. Looks really, really good. I'm impressed with Joey Hickox's time right now. Sitting up in P2 in practice. Hopefully he can continue this trend in qualifying. Zach Stevens is in pit lane, everybody. Let's zoom in on that thing. Here is the number 33 car of Zach Stevens, the driver from Bethune, South Carolina. And the Crown Chevy Camaro. Man, that's a good looking paint scheme. I like it. The flat paint on it. I don't think I've seen him race these colors this season. Maybe I have. It's been a long season. I don't know. I can't keep track. Too many series. Yeah, I like that thing. We'll watch him zoom around for a bit. Pretty good lap right there from Zach Stevens for his first lap. 29.66. Getting that thing up to speed. Less than 3 minutes here left in practice. I was hoping we were going to see some other people join in. Unfortunately, it looks like we're only going to have 10 racers here tonight as of right now. We do have a few minutes to get in here. So maybe, just maybe, I'll still hold hope. Less than a minute and a half left to end up practice. Watching Jay Stinson make his way around the track right now. I'm surprised by his fastest lap of 29.54. I don't believe he's had any drafting partners either. I think some of these racers up at the top of the board had some drafting partners at one point in time. Hello, Jay-Z. How are you doing, sir? Hopefully you're doing good. Guess what, Jay-Z? I am finally done with all of my travels for work. And I am so excited. I'm so excited, man. I got home the night before, well, I guess 2 nights ago. I have been gone so much this summer. And I am so glad that I'm done. I just want to stay home. I miss being home. I thought I would like the life on the road. I didn't. I hated it. Yes, I'm free, man. I'm a free man. Need to catch up on a few things around the house and then hopefully back to my normal life of playing games and hanging out with my boys, streaming a bit here and there. Practice is finally over, everybody. Getting ready to move on to qualifying. This will be lone qualifying, so they will have the track all to themselves. Everybody to get lined up. 2 laps to put in a good lap time. They have 5 minutes on the board, so they got to get those 2 laps in before that time expires. I believe Alan Wild is going to be the first one to make grid, and yes, he is. He's making his way out on the track right now. So is Jesse Calloway, the number 87 car. There he is rolling off of pit lane. How have you been, Jay-Z? That's what I want to know. Man, I feel like I haven't talked to anybody in so long, man. Gosh. I've been a ghost. I just disappeared after March. Or maybe it was May. I can't even remember. I miss y'all too, man. I really have. It's not the same being out there. I don't know how people live like this. Like out on the road. I don't understand. It's so fucking lonely out there. Even though you're around people and going to new places, it's just so fucking lonely. Now we got a lot of racers out on track right now. We're going to see what Jesse Calloway can do. Let's bring up this timing tower and look over to the left. And you'll see their lap times coming in. Christian Delgado coming out of pit lane now. He's going to be one to watch. He's second place in points heading into tonight. Zach Lockett does not look like he's going to make grid. So this could be Christian Delgado's chance. to take over that top spot or maybe score himself a win here tonight. He almost won the race last week. Unfortunately, I did not, or well, I guess the week before last, because we were off last week. But was not able to make that race. I was very, very sick. I couldn't even speak, so it wouldn't even have been a good broadcast because I couldn't even talk. I've just been watching the car zoom around the track. No me out there. But yeah, he was very, very close in winning that race with Zach Lockett. They were side by side heading across the start-finish line. But Zach Lockett did end up winning that race, scoring his second win in a row there. Man, I tell you, he's putting on a show. But him not here tonight, it's going to open the doorway for somebody to sneak in there and get themselves a win. Jesse Callaway right now with the fastest time of 29.18. That is the time to beat. He is now done with his qualifying session. As soon as I say that, look at that, he gets absolutely smashed. Joey Hickox takes it away for a minute there at 29.13, but then Chris Cornett in the number 88 car beats that by just a small margin, but just enough to put him on pole position right now. So the 88 of Chris Cornett, that 29.13, fast time to beat right now. Zach Stevens making his way around. If he's pulling out of pit lane, Justin Parham as well. We all know Justin's really, really fast. He could easily take that top spot. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how everybody does. Like Joey is done with his, Chris is done with his, Jesse is done with his, Alan is done with his, Matthew Fritz, Kenneth Redinger, Christian Delgado still zooming around. I think he is done with his qualifying session though. Yes, he is. He's already put in 2 laps. He's just getting some extra laps of practice in here. Let's put all eyes on Justin Parham and Zach Stevens. See what they can do. Oh, Josh Freed has made it in, everybody. Look at this, the number 39 car. Driver from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in the Toyota Camry. Unbannable Toyota Camry, I should say. No practice at all. Coming out here cold. Good luck, Josh Freed. Get it done, buddy. Justin Parham, pretty good lap time, a 29.24. Good enough for P4 right now. Zach Stevens still making his way around the track. See what he can put in for a lap time, heading down the backstretch right now. Pretty good job by Justin Parham, though, that 29.24. Very, very good lap time. He's now done with his qualifying session. Matthew Fritz out there on track. Zach Stevens, 29.44 put in for his lap time. Nicely done, sir. Good enough for P7. Going to do a little spin-a-rooski here on the apron. Matthew Fritz, you're going to have enough time. We got 38 seconds, everybody. 38 seconds left here in qualifying. Can he get a lap time in? Can Josh Freed get a lap time in? I think Josh will, because I think he was pretty good up to speed by the time we hit the 1 minute mark. Nicely done. He does get a lap time in, a 30.74. Leave a little to be desired, but he always shows a lot of good race pace. So he's definitely going to be one to watch here tonight. Matthew Fritz. Oh my goodness, Matthew Fritz. Nicely done, sir. Right at the wire. We had 5 seconds left here in practice. 29.12 for the top of the board. Nicely done, Matthew Fritz. That was pretty impressive. He said, save the best for last. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We're going to show grid here in just a minute. We're waiting on the racers to hit grid right now. Looks like we have Kenneth Redinger going to go ahead and make his way to grid. I'll watch them all join in one by one. Looks like 11 cars are going to make the feature here tonight. Those of you that missed the race information from the beginning of the stream, here you have it before we roll off of pit lane. We're done with practice. We are done with qualifying. We're on to the race. It's going to be 150 laps under the lights here at Texas. Lap number 35 will be the end of stage number 1. Stage number 2 will end at lap number 75. Sets of tires, they have 5 of them, so that's plenty of tires to get it done here tonight. 1 faster pair and 3 green, white checkered tents in case we need them, but that is all the race details you need to know. Racers are now making their way in. Man, what a good job by Matthew Fritz. Really stole the show here. The car is just a rumbling, everybody getting ready. We're waiting on 2 racers, Chris Cornett and Zach Stevens, to make grid. And Joey Hickox already blinking for me over here on grid. Wouldn't be the same without it, you know. Go ahead and make your pick. Who you think is going to win this thing here tonight? I am going to take this man right here, the number 13 of Christian Delgado. I think he's going to rally up. Qualified, and I don't feel like is really his strong suit, I would say. Very good racer, but I don't feel like qualifying is his forte. When it comes to the race, though, man, he really knows how to take care of the car. He really knows how to get all the speed out of it. Oh, man, I think he's going to be one to watch. Zach Stevens still not made grid. Got 23 seconds to hit that go button. Hopefully he does make grid. I don't want him to have to start from pit lane. I know, Nancy. How about that lap time by Matthew Fritz? I couldn't believe it. Just blew me out of the water. Zach Stevens has now made his way to grid. There he is in the number 33 car. Made a roll off a pit lane. Here we go. You see the cars rolling off. Matthew Fritz going to lead us off. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup here tonight. Congratulations, Matthew Fritz. 29.128 was his fastest time, and he beat out Chris Cornett by 1/1000th of a second. So nicely done, Matthew. Chris Cornett going to start on that front row, though. He'll definitely be one to watch. Joey Hickox and Jesse Calloway will make up row number 2. Row number 3 will be Justin Parham and Jay Stinson. Row number 4 will be Christian Delgado and Zach Stevens. Row number 5 will be Alan Wild and Josh Freed. And then rounding out the grid will be Kenneth Redinger back there, all by his lonesome. Good luck tonight, everybody. Here we go. It's going to be all in the hands of Matthew Fritz. He has control of this start of the race. Rolling down the back stretch now. You see the pace car. You're going to see it dive down to pit lane. Lights are off on it. It's going to dive down to pit lane as soon as we head out of turn number 4. Green flag in hand by our race official. I'm sure he's ready to go. 150 laps. Look to see a pretty hard race down to lap 35. I think 35 is definitely going to be perfectly fine on this set of tires. We're going to be able to push the pace quite a bit here. They are heading out of turn number 4 now. Green flag in hand by our race official. There goes the pit car down pit lane. Green flag is now out, and we are now underway. Matthew Fritz, not the greatest start on the inside, and Joey Hickox got a little loose there. I thought he was about to take out the whole field. I'm not going to lie. Good job by the number 19 of Justin Parham to check up. Here we are heading through turns 1 and 2. Matthew Fritz just a little bit ahead. With all the grip on the tires, he is going to clear Chris Cornett as we head down the backstretch, and he will be the leader as of right now. Chris Cornett going to tuck in second. Jesse Calloway going to be in that 3rd position. Joey Hickox, good recovery there to pull into line in that 4th position. And Christian Delgado going to run out your top 5. Lap number 1 is now in the books, everybody. Matthew Fritz leading them out front. A lot of single file racing. Remember, turns 1 and 2, I feel like are really, really tricky around this track. I just do not like turns 1 and 2 myself. I'm sure some of the other racers feel the same. We're going to go ahead and take an onboard here with Alan Wild. He's taking a peek on the inside of the number 19 of Justin Parham. Not able to get it done as we head through turns 3 and 4. You can see they're almost flat out heading in and through this corner. Nice and smooth heading down the front stretch now. Plenty of room to work with around this track too, which makes this really fun. You'll see a lot of different lines through turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4, you will see a lot of people stuck down to that white line on the bottom. I feel like that is the best place to be because heading out of turn number 4, that wall really sneaks up on you. It's hard to make the high line work. Really good for your, for the entirety of the race. Everybody looks pretty content with their track position right now. Nobody really making any crazy moves. A lot of single file racing right now, already 4 laps down. I look for this race to be pretty quick with only 11 racers on the track. We shouldn't see very many cautions. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but Matthew Fritz looking very, very strong out front right now. Has led every single lap on to lap number 5. Take a look at the back of the field to see what's going on. Josh Freed way back here in the back. I wonder what happened to him and how he got shuffled so far back. Kenneth Redinger up 2 spots from where he started, so nicely done. I don't see anything telling me that Josh Freed made any kind of mistake. So maybe he's just hanging back, cruising some laps in, getting comfortable in the car. He did not get to make it into free practice. So So maybe he's just using this time to get used to the car and get a good feel for it. Justin Parham has a little pressure now with Alan Wild taking the high line through turns 1 and 2. He is going to overtake. Nicely done, Alan Wild. Good patient move there through turns 1 and 2. That's not an easy place to make the pass work. And you also use up a lot of tire when you try to make those moves on the high line, but Alan Wild made it look pretty darn easy, didn't he? Move up to 6th position now. Matthew Fritz still out front. Chris Gournett in 2nd. Jesse Calloway will be in 3rd position right now. You can see the racers lit up in gold over in the timing tower. That means they are still in the points championship to win it all this season. Kenneth Redinger, unfortunately, and Jesse Calloway both are not in the running, but hey, they're still out here running some laps, so we appreciate them coming out, even though they're just racing for pride right now. Speaking of Jesse Calloway, let's go ahead and take an onboard here with him. Starting to lose a little bit of a touch here with the number 88 of Chris Cornett as we head out of turn number 2. He is pulling away a little bit from Joey Hickox, though, so he's got some breathing room. You can hear just they barely lift as they head into the corner. Don't want to burn up that right front too bad. 35 laps here on this set of tires. Should be easily done with his fuel range. The stage points mean a whole lot in the point standing, though. Jesse looks smooth, looks comfortable behind the wheel. Joey Hickox tucked into that 4th spot after a little bit of a wobble there at the start of the race. Scared me a little bit, but he did a really good job of hanging on to it. I want to take a look back at the green flag since we got a little bit of a break in the action to watch Joey Hickox get a little loose here. I want to get on the cockpit view here. This was him at the beginning of the race. I saw him get really squirrely. I think he got into the grass there a little bit. Had to get out of the throttle. Good job recovering though. I was wondering what happened because I didn't think Justin Parham bumped him from behind. I guess just touching those wheels on the grass, man. These things do not like the grass. Not a whole lot of position battles going on right now. Matthew Fritz running the fastest time on. Well, actually, he's not. I apologize. Chris Cornett actually ran a tenth faster that lap around. He is still 3/10 off the leader's pace, though. Have to keep an eye on that gap, see if he can reel him in. Got a little bit of action back here. Jay Stinson maybe going to make a move here on Justin Parham. Does take a peek to the inside as we head into 3. Still going to be side by side as we head through the middle of the corner and out of turn number 4. I think Jay might have had a little bit of a better exit, but Justin going to be able to carry that speed. But Jay Stinson does lock down that position. Maybe the 24 of Kenneth Redinger are going to try to capitalize here too and follow Jay through on the inside. Look at Justin Parham battling right back on the high line. Jay does finally secure that position, move himself up to 7th. Kenneth Redinger still wheel to wheel with Justin Parham as we head out of turn number 4. You can see just how hard Kenneth was driving it into turn 1 there. Going to overdrive the corner there a little bit. Lose some speed, and there goes Justin Parham zooming on by. Justin Parham can now settle down here just a little bit, got back in line. Looks like Matthew Fritz is doing a really nice job managing that lead out front. Got up to almost 4/10 of a second. Had a little bit of a squirrely exit out of the corner. Lost about 1/10 of a second to Chris. But you can see he's gaining on that right back. So we head through turns 3 and 4. Man, he looks really good heading through those corners. Biggest mover of the race right now is this 28 car right here. Clad's Gaming Corner. Number 28 of Alan Wild. Started back in 9th position, now up to 6th. Back to side-by-side racing for the 24 and the 19. We head out of turn 4. Looks like 33 is Zach Stevens trying to make a move here on Josh Freed. And Josh actually got by him. Good exit out of the corner by the 19 of Justin Parham. Might actually have a move here on Jay Stinson. I'll try to take back 7th. Looks like he will get it done. See if he's going to try to set up Alan Wild like he did. Jay there heading out at turn number 2. He ran that higher line. Got a good exit. And carried that speed all the way into turn 3. Like he is going to be side by side as we head down the backstretch. Going to out drag race him to turn number 3. Can he get the move done? Yes, he will. Might have just been saving a little bit of tire there at the beginning of the race. Now it's starting to show off here as he's moving his way back up through the field. Up to 6th he goes. Matthew Fritz looking so strong out front. Up to 6/10 of a second over Chris Cornett. Back here in 2nd spot. They have pulled away, though, from Jesse Calloway back here in 3rd place, which has a rearview mirror full of the number 3 of Joey Hickox. Taking on board with Joey. Hopefully we can. Sometimes he blinks a little bit for me, and we kind of lose him here on the track. That was a good corner right there. Look at the ground that he gained on Jesse. Good, strong middle of the corner there. Going to get a good exit heading out of turn number 2. Was able to get right down there on the white line. That's exactly where you want to be. Jesse's got a friend now. Good battle for 3rd position right here on the track. Not too far behind these two is the number 13 of Christian Delgado. Is up to 5th position after starting back there in 7th. Ooh, a little touch of the wall there for Christian Delgado. I wonder what happened to Alan Wild back here. He's back to last place right now. Let's see if we can see something happen to Alan back here. Oh, yeah, he was on the high side and just ran out of room and slapped the wall. Lost a lot of speed. And just like that, going to get shuffled back there to the back of the field. I was wondering, because he was running some pretty good pace. He was our biggest move of the race there for a little while. Now he's back in few position. We've got a good battle going on back here. Christian Delgado and the number 19 of Justin Parham. Justin with a nice run right now. Going to have the inside line as we hit across the stripe under lap 24. Can Justin get it done here? He's going to try, but that higher line looks to be where it's at right now. Christian Delgado will cover. Number 33 of Zach Stevens trying to make some moves down low. Jay Stinson cuts down low now. Got some good battles for position right here. Zach Stevens, Jay Stinson, and the 19 Parham all battling for the same spot. I think Justin has locked down that spot. I think he was compromised a little bit on his battle there with Christian Delgado as they were heading out of turn 2. He lost a little bit of speed, and that allowed Jay to get it wrong side. Look at the 39 of Josh Freed now making a move to the inside. Can Stevens hang on? He's going to try on the high side as we head out of turn number 4. Across the stripe onto lap 26. 9 laps left here in stage number 1. able to get it done. Good job by Zach Stevens there, hanging tough. We got a good battle going on up here, though. Joey Hickox has some company. Got the 13 to Delgado and the 19 to Parham. Oh, Delgado super loose as he heads out of turn number 4. Probably going to lose a little bit of speed here. That's going to allow Justin to go for the high side. Christian done a really nice job keeping it off the wall. That's a hard thing to do, getting loose out of turn 4 to keep it off the wall, because that wall just creeps in on you anyways when you're carrying that much speed. It's a tough thing to keep it off. Jay Stinson going to capitalize there, going to move by the 13 of Delgado. Move himself up to 6th. Rest of the field going to try to follow. I think they're going to try to take the train down low. Christian Delgado kind of a sitting duck. Chris Cornett has caught Matthew Fritz. Everybody, the battle for the lead is on. He was taking a peek to the inside. Not sure how and why this happened, but yeah, he lost a lot of time. Chris Cornett maybe got a little loose heading out of a corner. Who knows? On to lap 29 we go. 6 laps left here in stage number 1. And Chris Cornett get it done. We're going to take an onboard here. He's got Matthew Fritz right here in his sights. Going to take a peek down low to the middle of the corner. Good line. He will be alongside as we head down the backstretch. You can see the drag race right here. Looks like Matthew Fritz on that higher line was able to carry the speed. Lock down the spot for right now. Still a pretty good race between these two. Looks like Matthew might have recovered and starting to feel pretty good back in the car, running some solid laps here. Got about 2/10 an advantage over Chris Cornett. This battle back here in the midfield is still very, very spicy. So Jay Stinson did get by Joey Hickox. Whoa, Matthew, oh my gosh. Josh Freed, super loose. I saw him coming out of the corner. I got tongue-tied trying to say his name. Unfortunately, Josh Freed is going to be our very first caution of the day here. Let's take a look back and see exactly what happened to him. I saw him, he was already way loose right here. We'll get a different view. Does he get touched? No, he was already super loose in front of the 33. Zach Stevens. And there we go. He just lost it. 24, Kenneth Redinger got a piece of him. And into the wall he goes. Our very first caution of the day. Josh Freed is in pit lane now. Probably going to use his fast repair. Matthew Fritz probably didn't want to see the caution flags come out. I think he was starting to feel pretty good in the car, starting to pull away again from Chris Cornett, but we'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. It'll be a very short run to the end of stage 1. I'm not sure of the rules of how close we have to be to the end of the stage for it to be the end of the stage. So that might have been it. I'm not sure. We'll see if everybody goes down pit lane. I believe it might have been the end of the stage. Down pit lane we go, and here goes the dance. Matthew Fritz going to try to make it into his box nice and clean, I'm sure. Been very impressive all day long. He's led every lap here today. After qualifying on pole, so really good job from him. Cornett was reeling him in, though. I thought he was going to get him. Like everybody in these top 5 spots anyways, nice and clean into their pit boxes. So if we see any different kind of pit strategy. Who's going to win the race? Chris Cornett will win the race off of pit lane. Oh, man, I think Jesse Callaway going to get that 2nd spot. Matthew Fritz going to get 3rd. He's going to lose 2 spots in pit lane. Spun the tires coming out of the pit box and just couldn't get that thing going. Just like that. Going to shake up the grid quite a bit here. I think Josh Freed might be taking full repairs. Might not have used his fast repair. Kenneth Redinger in his pit boxes, so is Alan Wild. Maybe he got a little bit of damage because I remember him slapping that wall pretty hard heading out of turn number 2. Might be getting that damage repaired. Christian Delgado as well in pit lane. Joey Hickok still in his pit box as well. Hello, Raven. Been enjoying with racing with a good chunk of these fellas on Thursday in the non-broadcasted ARCA League. Dude, I love the ARCA League. I was telling Jay, because Jay-Z was here, Raven. I was telling him 2 nights ago I finally am home and done with my travels, man. Ugh, what a summer. That's all I got to say. I'm so glad to be home. I don't have to travel anymore. I did take a step down at work because that was a big promotion for me to get that job, to get to travel around and all that stuff. It just ain't for me, man. It just ain't for me. I don't like being gone from home. I don't know how these people live on the road. Hats off is all I got to say. But yeah, man, be getting the race on Thursday nights again. The ARCA series in this league is a lot of fun. I love the ARCA cars. So I look forward to getting back to racing. Oh my God, Overkill's here too. Oh my God, the whole gang. Yeah, man, I am home. I am finally home. The extra money is not worth it, if you ask me, Raven. Not even a question, man. Not even a question. Being home and having a routine, playing video games to like let some steam off, hanging out with the boys in Discord, like that's my place, man. I love it. So I'm excited to get back to it, man. I'm excited to get back to it. Hopefully everybody's had a good summer though. They get to miss damn near all the summer because it is fall time because there's football on TV. But anyways, we're getting back ready to go back. Green flag racing. Chris Cornett going to be on the outside line. Jesse Calloway going to be on the inside line. Looks like Chris Cornett likes that higher line and looks like he's going to make it work too. No wonder he likes it so good. Look at that jump he got off the start of the green flag here. Our first restart of the day, and boy, nice one from him. Justin Parham going to be up to that second spot. Jesse Calloway going to be in third now. Fourth spot, who is that? Oh, Zach Stevens going to be in fourth spot. Matthew Fritz going to round out the top 5. So he's got some work to do to get back up to the front spots. Chris Cornett and Justin Parham, though, they are side by side. Who's it going to be? I think with the fresher tires, Chris Cornett's going to have the optimal line here, being on the low line. Might use up a little bit of those new fresh tires, but hey, it's nice to have track position. But it looks like Justin Parham is actually going to make it work on the high line, and he will take over that top spot. Not a great corner by the 88 of Cornett. He might lose a spot here to Jesse Calloway. So we head down the backstretch. You see the drag race between the two. Jesse going to be a nose ahead as we head into turn 3. I really thought the low line on these fresh tires was going to work, but I don't think he could get the car rotated. Just like that, going to lose the top spot. Maybe second position here. Zach Stevens just sitting back there chomping at the bit after being back there in the back towards the edge of stage 1. Now going to be right back here in the battle for the lead up front. Down the backstretch we go. He will tuck into the third spot. Zach Stevens going to have to wait just a bit longer. Like the top 4 is settled down here just a little bit. Let's check and see what's going on through the rest of the field. Matthew Fritz leading the 5-car train back here. He's got Alan Wild, Kenneth Redinger, Joey Hickox, Christian Delgado all in the pack here. What happened to Jay Stinson? Is he in pit lane? I wonder what happened. He's 3 laps down now. Did he get in some kind of wreck? Well, let's see when he went down pit lane. Did he get loose and go down pit lane on accident? Hello? What is this view? Why can I not see this? Well, sorry, everybody. Oh, he took a toe. I don't know what happened to Jay Stinson. Yeah, he took a toe to pit lane, so he must have gotten a pretty bad accident. Man, one of the top contenders here tonight's now going to be 3 laps down, scored back there with Josh Freed. We knew Josh Freed was going to have a little bit of damage. He might still be in pit lane. No, he is out of pit lane. Okay, he's back out on track. Going to need some cautions to maybe get back on the lead lap. Going to change their entire strategy. Looks like the top of the field, though, pretty close. Chris Cornett out front. 3/10 advantage over the 19 of Justin Parham. Jesse Calloway trying to reel him in. And he is a little bit each lap. But it doesn't look like he has the speed to get alongside just yet. Going to have to set him up here a little bit. super loses Justin Parham heading out of turn 2, and he goes to the inside wall. Big damage to the left front of the car. See the sheet metal flying. The wheel's not rolling. He is in bad shape. No caution out on track. That's going to kind of ruin his chances here tonight. He's going to have to take that thing down pit lane and get a fast repair done. Might go a couple laps down here. Maybe just one. Here's the field heading down out of turn 4 now. No, turn 2. I apologize. Turn 2. Uh-oh, sheet metal flying across the track. Man, you hate that for Justin Parham, though. Was running so good. Some top contenders being taken out here tonight. Going to slide the tires and slide through his box there a little bit. Not easy to stop the car when you don't have any front brakes going on. He is now into his pit box, though. Maybe gets his fast repair. Yes, he does. He is back out, coming out of pit lane now. Chris Cornett going to be our leader out front. So that puts Jesse Calloway in the 2nd spot. Zach Stevens up to 3rd now. Matthew Fritz up to 4th spot. And Alan Wild going to round out your top 5. Hello, Mrs. Overkill. How are you? How have you been? Hopefully you're good. I love seeing everybody come out. I missed all y'all so bad. All right, so that only puts 8 cars going to be on the lead, lapping in the battle for positions here. Only 1 lap down to Justin Parham. I think if we get a quick caution and he doesn't go another lap down, he might be okay. Looks like he is about half a lap ahead of the field and going to be on fresh tires with a completely repaired car. So I think he's going to be all right. Maybe fresh tires. I don't know if he took tires or not. We have absolutely no battles for positions. None. 0. Zip. Nada. Yeah, super small field here tonight. I agree. Nice to hear your voice bomb, Ben. Oh, I'm trying to get your voice back. What happened to your voice? Did you lose it? Yeah, and honestly, Raven, the field has gotten a little smaller each week. I feel as we head into, the fall season with football on TV and some of these racers getting knocked out of contention for the championship, sometimes, I mean, you see it in every league. Racers get, just not motivated to come out here and run laps when they're not racing for a championship anymore. I mean, I get it, but it is what it is. Yeah, because at the beginning of the season, we were having what, 20 up to 25 cars. It was a big field at the beginning of the season. As the season wears on, this is a long series too. It's 25 weeks. That's a pretty long series. Oh, she's sick. Uh-oh. Hey, listen, a couple of weeks ago, I was really sick too. That's why I missed the broadcast. I couldn't speak. I was super sick. Must have been some fungus I picked up in Illinois. I don't know, but I was super sick, man. On the drive home, I was like, oh boy. Super woozy. Good battle right here for 2nd position, though. Look at this. Zach Stevens, and they're catching up to the leader as well. Gonna have a good 3-car battle for the lead spot. Zach Stevens might have a shot here to the inside, might get both in one corner. Chris Cornett gonna tuck down kind of the midline. I wouldn't say he's on the low line. I think he's gonna slow Zach Stevens up here a little bit, and maybe Jesse Calloway as he floats up the track. Zach Stevens gonna have to just surrender here a little bit. Don't want to burn his tires up too bad. Not worth it. Remember, the end of stage number 2 will be at lap number 75. So 75, the halfway point of the race. So we still got 25 laps to go until we get to that point. Damn cornfields. Gosh darn cornfields. Yeah, that's the way I was, Mr. Overkill. It ain't no good. Hope you get to feeling better. I promise you, it comes back. Let's go ahead and take an onboard here with Jesse Calloway. He's trying to chase down Chris Cornett. He's got a rear view mirror full of Zach Stevens. Going to run the high line here through turns 1 and 2. like he pulled away a little bit from Zach Stevens that lap. Didn't look like he really reeled in Chris Cornett, though. I'm happy right now because I can't talk. I see I'm the opposite. I'm a talker, believe it or not. I know, crazy, right? Hard to believe. There's absolutely no other battle going on, so we'll focus on this lead. Everybody else very spread out. Looks like Justin Parham holding his own. He's still about half a track ahead of the rest of the field. So if we get a caution come out that might put him back on the lead lap, he could be right back in contention. Look at Matthew Fritz trying something a little different. Going to run the high line here through 1 and 2. Tons of speed. I think that might have worked out pretty good for him. We'll run the higher line again through 3 and 4. We'll carry some speed down the front stretch here. Might get alongside the 33 of Stevens. Looking pretty good so far. Think he might take away 3rd spot, and yes, he does. Moving his way back up through the field. Now remember, he led all of stage number 1. Very, very impressive once he was out front. Was able to really control the race. Right back on the bumper of Jesse Calloway here. I think he's found his rhythm because that top line is working for him. See the speed difference. Not too much. Not as much as I thought it would be. Super high line through 3 and 4. Chris Cornett's going to love seeing this in the rearview mirror. You boys just have at it back there. Zach Stevens all over the bumper of Matthew Fritz. Matthew now going to try the low line here on Jesse. I do feel that he's got quite a bit more pace than Jesse Calloway right now. But until he gets alongside or above that 87 car, he's kind of just riding laps, burning up tires. Now changing up the line here a little bit, going down low again. Going to lose a little bit of time here to the 33 car, which has got a good run on him. Not going to make a move to the inside, though. Look at that 24 of Kenneth Redinger. These boys battling it out. Allow him to catch up to the rest of these. Georgia won today. Florida won today. Tennessee won today. Florida State won today. But the best news is Alabama lost. Hey, my Oregon Ducks won today. That's all I care about. We didn't play nobody, though. But hey, we won. Undefeated. It was a good day at college football. Don't tell me, please do not give me any spoilers. of the LSU and Clemson game. I got it recorded upstairs. I couldn't watch it because I had to do this broadcast. I'm going to watch it as soon as this is over. I don't want to know. I had to run to the restroom. I apologize, everybody. So let's see what's going on out here. Zach Stevens up to third, it looks like. Nice. Kenneth Redinger up to fourth. Matthew Fritz slipping back to fifth place. Zach Stevens might have a little something for Jesse Callaway here. He's on the bumper. He takes a peek. 12 laps left here in stage number 2. Chris Cornell is absolutely flying out front. In command. What has happened? Big wreck here on the front stretch. We'll have to take a look back and see exactly what happened. I was trying to decipher who was going to wreck here. It looks like Zach Stevens and Jesse Callaway going to take a spill. Going to have a short run down to the end of stage number 2 now. Take a look back and see what happened. Here's Zach Stevens. Oh, yeah, Jesse just lost it. I thought that Zach Stevens actually got into the back of him. Nope, just lost it. Let's take a look at a different angle. Go right here. Yeah, Jesse just got loose off of 4. Tried to correct it, overcorrected. I'm going to collect them both in this one. It's going to shake the field up here a little bit. Make things quite exciting. Look at Kenneth Redinger moving all the way up to second position now. Gonna love to see that. Now, who goes down pit lane? That is the big question. We got a what? I think we're gonna have what? An 8-lap run maybe to the end of stage 2. This is great for Justin Parham. I believe he should get his lap back. Here comes the field down pit lane now. The 88 of Chris Cornett going to lead us in. Kenneth Redinger going to come in second. Matthew Fritz going to be in third. '88 got a clear shot for his pits. Should be a nice, easy stop for him. Oh no, he slid through the pit box and had to correct the car twice. Let's see how much that cost him here on pit lane. I think he can still win the race off of pit lane. Maybe not. Joey Hickok's going to be the winner off of pit lane. Matthew Fritz trying to get away. Nicely done, Joey Hickok's. Quick pit stop there. These things are tough, Raven. Have you ever drove these next gen? These things are tough as nails, son. They're about like those SRX cars, man. You can beat the shit out of them. Well, the old SRX, I don't know. I haven't drove them things since they dropped and everybody bought the car, so I did too. And then we raced what, 3 races, and then I've never touched it again. Right, we should have lights out on the pace car this time by. Have not, I'm used to the paper that some of these other NASCAR vehicles are made out of. Yeah, for real. Wouldn't be talking about the Gen 4, would you? No, these things are tough, man. They can take a beating. All right, so we're back to having 8 cars on the lead lap. Justin Parham did get his lap back. He's catching up to the back of the field now. Heading out of turn number 2. Breath of fresh air for him, I'm sure. Jay Stinson back on the lead lap as well. How did that happen? I thought he was multiple laps down. Nonetheless, back on the lead lap. I like it. Jesse Calloway still in pit lane. He might be done for the night. Don't know. Josh Freed still 2 laps down, but Joey Hickok's going to be in command here. Can he beat out Chris Cornett? Here we go. Green flag in hand for our man up on the stand here. Wave that thing. Come on, let's go.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Good start on the high line by the number 3 of Joey Hickox. He will go ahead and take command of the race. Gonna have a nice advantage too heading into turn number 1. Chris Cornett did tuck into seconds. Kenneth Reddings going on the higher line here. Matthew Fritz maybe going to try to make a move here on these fresh tires. We're racing hard for these positions on these fresh tires. Don't want to do anything too crazy though. They are still a little bit cold. Christian Delgado might have a chance here on Justin Parham. He does not. Take that back. Thought he might have got alongside, but he chooses to stay in line. 43 of Stevens. Right on the bumper of Alan Wild, which Alan is not looking backwards. I think he's looking forwards. He sees Matthew Fritz right in the sights. Oh, Joey gets super loose heading out of the corner. He might surrender the lead. Yes, he does. Just like that. There goes Chris Cornett back to that top spot. Kenneth Reddings are going to take over second. We've got back here on Wild and Zach Stevens side by side as we head into turn number 4. On to lap 71. Almost to the end of stage number 2. Single line right now. Nobody making any moves. 3 laps left here in stage 1. I want to see what happened to Joey Hickox. He was coming out of the corner. Where is Joey at? Here he is. Yeah, just gets super loose heading out of the corner just like that. Just that little bit of a bobble. Back to 3rd he goes. He's under threat here by Matthew Fritz. Oh, Matthew gets a little loose now down on that low line. Gonna lose some spots here. Gonna drive by maybe Justin Parham. Whoa, the 13 of Delgado tries to avoid a wreck, and he will spin on the front stretch and hit the wall. And that'll be end of the stage, and caution number 3 coming out for the day. I think he just tried to avoid the crash and just got a little loose. Take a look back and see what happened. Here he is heading down the corner. I think Justin just gets... Oh, no, he just loses it. I thought he was trying to stay off of Justin Parham, but no, he just lost it. Take a look from a different angle. Here he is heading out of the corner, just gets a little loose. And nose into the wall he goes. Boom, big shot. Have a lot of damage to the front of the car. See some smoke pouring out of the back of that thing. It's never good. Nicely done, Chris Cornett. Going to be the winner of stage number 2. Kenneth Redinger, another solid stage for him, going to be in 2nd. Joey Hickok's going to be in 3rd. Allow Josh Free to get another lap back here. I told you, Raven. These things are tough as nails, man. All right, in the pit lane we go. Chris Cornett going to lead us in. Much better stop for Chris Cornett this time. Did not slide through the pit box. Only took fuel. Matthew Fritz only took fuel. Christian Delgado got that thing fixed up. Car looking good. Look from the rear chase. Oh yeah, look at the nose of that thing. Like nothing ever happened. Beautiful. We're now past the halfway point, everybody. It's going to be a race down to the checker flag. Josh Free got all of his laps back. He did not. Still one lap down. One more caution though could change it all. He showed a lot of speed. Just got in that accident. A few laps down. Been sticking with it though. See if Chris Cornett can have a good restart here on the high line. We know he likes that higher line. And Matthew Fritz for a contender. Zach Stevens. Kenneth Redinger. See a lot of these cars with a lot of scrapes down the right-hand side of the car. I think everybody's had a little incident with the walls here today. Track's tough though, I will say. All right, pace car, lights are out. Going down pit lane this time by. Down to 10 cars still running. Pace car is off. Let's see who's going to win this drag race.
Green, green, green.
Job by Chris Cornett. Good start off the fronts. Matthew Fritz going to stack up that inside line there a little bit. Kenneth Redinger going to get really loose down on the inside line. Going to lose a lot of positions. Go all the way back to 8th spot. Zach Stevens might have a shot here on the high line. I think he does. He has cleared, and he is now up to seconds. It's a good job from him. Alan Wild and Joey Hickox having a nice little scrap back here. Christian Delgado back on the lead lap, back into the mix. Kenneth Redinger, that's where he found his home, back there in 9th position. Looks like he will move up to 8th now. Nicely done, Kenneth. See what Zach Stevens has for Chris Cornett. It looks like the clear air out front is where you want to be. Slide up right there in front of Zach. Can't forget about the 19 to Parham either. He's shown a lot of speed here today. Alongside as we head out of turn 2 here. He had a nice run through the middle of the corner. And yes, he is alongside. Might be a little bit ahead. Yes, he is. We head into turn 3. Nicely done by Chris Cornett. Good defensive move there. Zach Stevens again going to try the same move. Going to run the higher line here through the middle of the corner. Got a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2. Here we are on board with Zach Stevens. He is definitely in the heat of the moment right now. Got the 88 of Chris Cornett right in front of him. The 19 of Parham right in behind him. A little bit loose again for Stevens coming out of turn 2, but able to keep the speed up. Chris Cornett just so good through turns 3 and 4 all night long. Zach Stevens sticking to his guns on that high line through turns 1 and 2. Looks like it's working out pretty good for him so far. See the ground that he gains on the backstretch. I think he's going to need to take the dive on the 88, force him to go to the higher line. I don't know if he can get alongside and make it stick on the high line through turns 3 and 4. This doesn't look like there's enough speed up there right now. Very good corner right here. He's going to have a nice shot. Oh, super loose in the middle of the corner. Oh, my goodness. I saw him crank the wheel to the right. I said, oh, boy. Good job saving it, though. Reset. So let those tires cool off a little bit. I say they're getting pretty hot. I don't know what it looked like from the outside of the car, but inside the car looks like he got really, really loose. Kenneth Redinger trying to make his way back up through the field. I saw him and Joey Hickox having a nice little scrap back here. This is the battle for 6th position right now. Kenneth's going to take the inside look here as we head down the front stretch across the stripe onto lap 87. Might have a shot here. He is alongside a pretty good ways. Looks like Joey had a nice run on the high line though. Able to keep him at bay right now. Can he get it done here? He's going to have the 29 of Matthew Fritz kind of rolling him down here a little bit. Got a little loose in the corner, and that will allow Joey to hang on to that spot. Zach Stevens might be rearing up for round 2 here. It was right on the bumper of Chris Cornett as we were going down the backstretch. Joey and Matthew having a battle here for 5th spot. Matthew was hanging on to it for a minute, but I think Joey might have a good run right here. And yes, Joey will lock it down. Up to the top 5 spot he goes. Jay Stinson slowly creeping back in the picture. Remember at one point in time he was 3 laps down. Now he's up to 4th position. On board again here with Zach Stevens. Battle for the lead. Really sends it off into 1 and 2. Just wonder how much right front he's still got left, because that is brutal on the car. Running that high line through 1 and 2. Especially selling it off into the corner right here. We've really got to crank on the wheel to get it to rotate. Almost half a second advantage out front now for Chris Cornett. We're heading to lap 93. I do wonder when they're going to choose to take pit stops. Kenneth Redinger took a peek to the inside of Joey Hickox, try to get himself back into the top 5. Ooh, Matthew Fritsch. A little loose coming out of turn 4. Zach Stevens again catching up to Chris Cornett. Less than 0.2 of a second. Looks like he does a good job catching up to him, but once he gets into that dirty air, the car just pushes like a dump truck. Not much he can do about it. Might have to watch this 31 car right here. He is slowly catching up to the 19 Justin Parham. That'll be a battle for 3rd position. Kind of stacking up the field here a little bit. Justin's got a whole fleet of cars in behind him now. Are we going to send it to the high line here? Been doing that every lap. Doesn't look like he's making too much ground. He's sticking right there with Jay and Justin. Whoa, Jay gets really loose out of the corner. I think Joey might have a shot here, and he does. He's going to take over that 4th spot. Pushing a little too hard to get that top spot, but we got a good battle for the lead going on. Less than a 10th of a second for a second there. Oh, Joey going to touch the wall there a little bit out of turn 2. Joey again going to go to that high line. He's liking it. He's making up a lot of ground. Oh, Jay gets really loose. Does he hang on to it? Yes, he does. He goes way down on the apron. And loses 2 spots, maybe 3. Lost 1 to Kenneth, 1 to Matthew, and maybe 1 here to Josh. He's still fighting pretty hard right here. We might have a shot here on Justin Parham. I think he will. Oh, I've lost him. He's blinking. Yes, he does. Moves up to 3rd spot. Man, what a race here tonight from Joey Hickox. Started with 3rd, now back up to 3rd. Justin might be under fire here by the 24 of Kenneth Redinger. Kenneth gets a little loose on the high side here, able to carry the speed out of the corner though. And out drag race Justin Parham for now. Yes, he will seal the deal, and I think Matthew Fritz is going to make his way on by too. Yes, he will. Looks like Zach Stevens starting to lose a little bit of ground here to the 88s. 7/10 of a second now off the lead. Joey actually pulling away from the rest of the field up here. So locking down his third spot. Pretty solid right now. Goes to 39 of Josh Freed. And trying to be the next car to get by the number 19. Not able to do so this go around. Got about 28 laps. Make that 29 laps on these tires. Some people only took fuel on the last round of pit stops. Got to see just how the tire wear and the fuel. Oh, Kenneth Redinger, hang on to it. He's going to slap the wall down the backstretch. Not going to take out anybody with him, though. Just him by himself. He's not going to be able to turn the car as he goes into turn 3. Alan Wild, careful. Kind of going to ruin the chances here for Kenneth. Going to have to take it down pit lane. Probably going to get a speeding penalty because he is flying. Least of his concerns right now, but that's another one down, folks. Does Kenneth have a fast repair? That is the question. Ain't looking like it. Oh no, gonna come back out on the track with all that damage. Might just take a tow to pit lane. Yes, he does. That might just be it for him tonight. Now all eyes will be on the leaders when they choose to come down pit lane. A good battle right here. Jay Stinson. Josh Freed is in the mix right here, but he's not battling for a position on track. He is still a lap down. Jay's really working on Justin Parham though. Yeah, we can take a look. Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at the 29 car, Matthew Fritz. I think he is, yeah, struggling on that right front. He's trying to run that higher line, but the car just is not rotating. It's just driving straight into the wall. He was racing really hard there at the beginning of this stint, though. 3 and 4, he still looks pretty solid. Downshift in the 4th. Almost touching the wall every single lap. Yeah, he's struggling right now for grip. You can see the pace difference. Everybody catching up to him in 1 and 2. That seems to be the place where he's losing the most pace. Going to give everybody plenty of space on the low line here. What a turn of events, though, man, because at the beginning of the race, he was the man to beat. Qualified on pole and was absolutely flying in stage 1. The battle in behind here. Justin Parham just hanging on. Where is Christian Delgado? He's back here a little bit. On the lead lap, though. I think we had somebody go down pit lane. It was Alan Wild go down pit lane. Maybe that's going to spark some interest from the rest of the field to maybe come down pit lane. Yeah, here comes the 33 of Zach Stevens down pit lane. Oh, almost overshot the pit lane. Went into the grass there a little bit. Able to keep it up, though. Here he is rolling down pit lane right now. Pit crew is waiting anxiously, I'm sure. Nice smooth pit stop here in his pit box. I'm sure he's going to love to get some fresh tires. I think he burnt them things up trying to catch up to Chris Cornett and hang with him there for a little while. Nice smooth pit stop from him. See who the next car is to come down pit lane. Who's it gonna be? I think Chris Cornett's good. I think he's gonna try to make it to the end of the race. Kidding. No way. The speed difference on fresh tires and old tires is insane. It's almost 3 seconds a lap difference. So the undercut could be a real thing here. Joey Hickok's choosing to come down pit lane. Here he comes. Can he slow it down in time? Oh, I don't know. I think he might have been okay. Had to slide the tires there a little bit coming down. Let's make sure he makes it into his pit box nice and clean here. Don't want any mistakes on pit lane. Nice. I think Jay Stinson coming down pit lane. Yes, he is. I saw him slowing down a lot there. Good turnaround race for him so far. So still left to pits. We have Chris Cornett, Justin Parham back here in the 19, Christian Delgado in the 13, Matthew Fritz in the 29, and Josh Freed, which has still scored a lap down, back here in 5th position. Still left to make his pit stop. Joey having to come down pit lane again. He might have got caught speeding in pit lane. Kind of might have ruined his race here tonight. Pass through penalty served. Chris Cornett out here just absolutely cruising. I'm sure Matthew Fritz cannot wait to come down pit lane to get some tires. Our leader has came down pit lane, everybody. Chris Cornett. In pit lane now, going to surrender the lead to Justin Parham. Matthew Fritz going to take over second. Christian Delgado as well coming down pit lane. Make sure Chris makes it into his pit box. He does. Christian Delgado going to miss his pit box. Has to correct the car really quickly. Now Zach Stevens, he is going to take over the provisional lead spot right now. The undercut has worked. Can he hang on to it? 8-lap difference in tires between Zach Stevens and Chris Cornett, which is now getting back up to speed. Justin Parham coming down pit lane into his pit box. For Josh Freed will be coming down pit lane soon. Still has not made his way down for service. Neither has Matthew Fritz. Joey's season may have ended tonight. Maybe. Never know. All right, just waiting on Matthew Fritz and Josh Freed to make their way down pit lane. And then we'll kind of see how it all shakes out. Looks like there's about a 3-second gap in between Zach Stevens and Chris Cornett. Matthew Fritz is now down the pit lane. Sure, he cannot wait to get some fresh Goodyears on that ride. Zach Stevens is catching Josh Freed, which is still yet to make a pit stop at a massive rate right now. Zach Stevens going to have his hands full, though. Chris Cornett is flying right now. This time by 30.06 for Zach Stevens. Half a second faster is Chris Cornett, 29.58. Jay Stinson might make his way up to third spot after all is said and done. Josh Freed now surrendering the lead. Coming down pit lane. Long run there on that set of tires. 51 laps on that set of tires. The race for the lead is on. 1.5 seconds. 25 laps to go. Chris Cornett right now pacing about half a second faster than Chris Cornett, or than Zach Stevens. Get down to the thick of things. Let's see if Zach can maintain that gap. Maybe just going to try to save some tire and make Chris Cornett burn up some tire trying to get past him. I don't know. The chess game is on. Yes, it does look like Jay Stinson did move himself up to third spot through those pit stops. Has a 5-second advantage over Christian Delgado back here in fourth, and Justin Parham going to round out the top 5 after those rounds of pit stops. .1 second this time by, and 1 lap, 4/10 reeled in. Little touch of the apron there for Chris Cornett helps the car rotate. 0.75 of a second now the gap for the lead. Quick shift down to fourth gear. We'll run to max RPM as we head down the backstretch. Zach Stevens might be a sitting duck by the time Chris Cornett gets there. But then again, you never know. .4 seconds, 22 laps left to go. .3 faster was Chris Cornett that lap. go. He is now here. 3 seconds demolished in about 4 laps. Chris Cornett's maybe going to try to make the move there. Zach Stevens covers. He's going to go down low. Let Chris Cornett do it the hard way. Here he goes to the inside, heading out of turn number 4. This could be the pass for the win. Chris Cornett going to be a nose ahead, half a car length ahead, and now he is secured the lead. Nicely done, Chris Cornett. Those 8 laps, fresher tires, really going to pay off for him here in the long run. But it ain't over till it's over, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. There really is no other battle on track. Justin Parham slowly catching up to Christian Delgado. That would be the battle for 4th position. But other than that, there is nothing going on. Half a second advantage now out front in 1 lap by Chris Cornett. It'll be a tough one to beat. Trying to see if we got anything else going on out on track. I'm not seeing anything. This is the last round in the round of 12. This is race number 3. After tonight, we cut them down to 8. So the top 8 in points will advance to the playoffs. Before they didn't make it, so sorry. Appreciate you coming out. These were the points heading into tonight's. Zach Lockett was our leader. He's locked himself into the round of 8 with a pair of wins here in the round of 12. Christian Delgado with a up and down race, but currently running in 4th position, so pretty solid finishing position for him if he can stay right where he's at. Matthew Fritz in 3rd place. Chris Cornett in 4th. A win here tonight definitely going to help him out. Zach Stevens right here in 11th position. I don't know if he's going to gain enough points to jump up into the top 8. Joey Hickok's having a rough night. He was on the bubble here. He was in 9th position, 1 spot out. I don't know. Have to wait to see how it all shakes out. $15 laps to go. We're ticking down, folks. Chris Cornett really pulling away out front. Zach Stevens in a solid 2nd position, has a 6-second advantage over this man right here, Jay Stinson. Christian Delgado back here in 4th. And running out the top 5 is Justin Parham, which is trying to chase him down, but he's losing a little ground to Christian. Really not much to look at, everybody. Just going to ride them out here for the last 14 laps. Watch how Zach Stevens gets it done. Bit loose heading out of turn 2 right there. Almost slapped the wall. Looking on board here with Justin Parham. He's trying to catch up to Christian Delgado. Looks like he's losing a little bit of pace here and there, but sometimes he catches up to him. Gained a 10th on him this lap. Christian a little touch on the wall there heading out of turn 4. See just how bad they got to slow down in turns 1 and 2. This track is so tough on tires. Remember, as soon as this race is over, we are going to hear from our top 3 finishers here tonight. So if they finish just the way they are, we'll hear from Jay Stinson, Zach Stevens, and Chris Cornett. What a job done by this man right here, Chris Cornett. Been a rocket ship. Not a single position battle on track. It's so spread out right now. Ooh, Christian Delgado got close to the wall there. Six laps left to go in the race, and that'll be it for the round of 12. Race number 21 of the season. Holy smokes, what a season. Yeah, for the most part, Nancy, yes. I mean, you still get a little bit of dirty air, like Joey Hickok's being this close to Jay Stinson. He'll get a little dirty air from that. But for the most part, yeah, it's clean air. Everybody just logging last. But on these older tires, there's not much of an advantage. You really need, once you get to these older tires, you really need the draft to really make the difference, unless you save some tire. Three laps to go. A pretty good race for the most part here tonight. It has got a little bit spread out here towards the end, but that's to be expected when you only have, you know, a handful of cars here tonight. Jesse Calloway, Kenneth Redinger out of the race. They both were having some shining moments. Got to some accidents, unfortunately. Josh Freed battled all night long, still only one lap down. Pretty good. Joey Hickok's getting that unfortunate speeding on pit lane penalty. Had to do a pass through. Put him a lap down, kind of out of contention. I'm very impressed with Jay Stinson. Going 3 laps down at one point in time. Back up to a 3rd place position right now. That's solid. All right, out of turn 4, white flag is now in the air. Chris Cornett, one more time around Texas Motor Speedway. He's put on one hell of a show tonight. Won stage number 2, has been dominant here in stage number 3. Lost the lead there for just a minute to Zach Stevens. With some good pitch strategy and 8-lap fresher tires made that an easy move to get done. And into turn 3. Out of turn number 4 for the last time here today. Chris Cornett going to see the checkered flags here at Texas Motor Speedway and will win the last race in the round of 12 and advance to the round of 8. So nicely done, Chris Cornett. Going to watch him do a little celebrating. It's like Zach Stevens going to bring it home in that second position. Jay Stinson going to be in third. Christian Delgado in fourth. And Justin Parham will round out the top 5. Going to hear from the rambling man himself, Mr. Chris Cornett. He's a talker, folks. He talks just as much as me. Really good job from him tonight, man. Got to be very, very happy with his performance. Sure, he's very happy to get a win. He's had some wretched luck here and there throughout the season. But tonight was all about him. All right, let me get myself prepared here for some post-race interviews. Going to hear from Jay Stinson, Zach Stevens, and Chris Cornett here in just a moment. All right, Zach Stevens is in here. Just waiting on Jay and Chris. There's Chris. Turn down the music a little bit. Anybody that is leaving, thank you all very much for joining the broadcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Pretty good race here tonight. Just waiting on the last racer to join in here with us. Come on. Come on. Don't be shy. We're off to Kansas next week. It'll be our first race of the round of 8. Look forward to that one. Come on, Jay.
Are the only ones allowed. Doubters, take a seat over there. We are the believers and we don't care. You've got to believe, never doubt. God gave us are the only ones allowed. Doubters, take a seat over there. We are the believers and we don't care. You've got to believe, never doubt. God gave us are the only ones allowed. Doubters, take a seat over there. We are the believers.
What are we listening to? What is this music? Sheesh. Turn that off. All right, looks like we got everybody. Let's do this. All right, we are here with our third place finisher, Mr. Jay Stinson. Buddy, what an up and down day for you. I don't know what happened to you mid-race, but somehow you ended up going 3 laps down. And I was looking all through the footage. I said, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he disconnected. Maybe he smashed the wall. I don't know. But at one point in time, you went down 3 laps down. You raced your way all the way back onto the lead lap, and you're going to finish third here today, man. What an impressive performance. Really good job here at Texas. This is a tough track. Eats the tires up left and right. But you did a really good job managing all that. And so, yeah, explain to me exactly what happened because I'm not sure.
Well, packet loss. We have a internet outage here at the old house, and I'm running off my cell phone hotspot, and she died for a minute.
Oh, no.
So, air rules. If you get back in, they get your laps back from a data packet loss. So I was able to get some laps back, and then I got back on the lead lap, and then I had to I had to kind of milk some tires till the second stage, where about took 2 or took 4, and then was able to get back on pace with everybody else as soon as the stage come out. So, pit strategy was pretty good. I got help from Joey there at the end where he kind of let me go instead of blocking or here dirty air or packing air would just kill the car. So he didn't do anything of that sorts and let me go by. So I appreciate that.
I'll tell you, man, up and down race. I can't believe you did it on mobile hotspot. That's impressive. But yeah, man, going to finish in 3rd place here today. Going to advance to the round of 8 next week off to Kansas. So hopefully we'll see you then, brother.
Yes, sir. And I just want to appreciate all my teammates, you for broadcasting, of course. Love going back and watching these things. All the sponsors who help us put this thing on. And yeah, let's see how the points shake out. And hopefully we'll get to that round of 8 and have some more fun.
Sounds good, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, everybody, that was Mr. Jay Stinson. I accidentally cut him off there. I'm sorry, Jay. When you watch this back, I apologize, sir. I thought you were done talking. But yeah, that was Jay Stinson going to finish in 3rd. Up and down day, like I said, he went 3 laps down at one point in time, started back in 6th position, to start the race. So did a really good job hanging in there and milking those tires like he said, and going to finish in 3rd spot. That's a pretty dang good result. But let's hear from Zach Stevens, our 2nd place finisher today. All right, now we are here with our 2nd place finisher, Mr. Zach Stevens. Started back there in 8th position, up and down day. I really thought the tire strategy was going to work out at the end there. 8-lap older tires, though, was definitely very visible once Chris Cornett caught up to you. But, hey, you got to lead a few laps up here. You had a ton of speed here today, going to finish in 2nd. Very solid performance from you today. But, dang, just a little bit short there at the end. But, yeah, let's hear about it from you, man.
Yeah, I knew that was probably my only chance. I'm not very good here. I'm surprised I got 2nd. I really don't really like this place. I like the old Texas better.
Me neither.
But yeah, I pitted early to try and jump him. I probably pitted a little bit too early. But yeah, he was the fastest. He deserved to win. But only chance I had was to do that, and I needed to win to get into the next round. So, but yeah, second's always good. I mean, it's always good to get podium. Traffic was tough. It's hard to pass, and you get dirty air, wear your tires out. This is the last track that I can remember that I actually got my spotter telling me I was wearing the tires out. Any other time, I'm pretty decent about saving them, but only line that really seemed to work was middle to high in turning 1 for me. So I had to keep running out, and that's what wore it out.
Yeah, man, this track's
But
tough.
yeah,
man. Especially in turn 1 and 2 is just brutal.
Yeah, and combined with this car, it's not very fun to me. But was been sick all week, was off because I didn't go in, so I figured I was like, might as well try and make it to the next round since I'm here. So surprised with the 2nd place, but I'll take it.
Absolutely, man. Hey, congratulations on the 2nd place finish. Like you said, this track's tough, man. I don't like this track either, so I'm right there with you, especially in these cars. But hey, good job here today, man. Gonna finish in 2nd, and hopefully we'll see you next week, brother.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, everybody, that was your 2nd place finisher, Mr. Zach Stevens. What a drive from him tonight. Started back there in 8th, up and down day. Tough track, man. This track just kills me dead. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the race winner, the man of the hour, Mr. Chris Cornett. All right, we are now here with our race winner, Mr. Chris Cornett. You were due one, buddy. You were due one. You've been fast all season long. You've had some bad luck. I would just call it bad luck here and there. Some little mistakes really cost you throughout the race, but today you were dominant. You won stage 2, and as soon as you got the clear air out front in stage 3, you were leading every single lap. Zach Stevens tried a little something different there, pitting a little bit earlier than you, about 8 laps earlier than you, but as soon as you caught up to him, you made it look very easy to drive on by and cruise out to an easy win here today. So congratulations on the win here, man. Let's hear about it from you.
No, yeah, I appreciate it. It was definitely due one. I haven't won since Iowa in the beginning of the season, which was way back. I knew I had a couple shots to win in the playoffs, but I'm pushing too hard, and I got greedy and just threw it all the way. Especially 2 weeks ago at Chicagoland. Another auto club was one of them. I thought I had a chance to win there, just in bad circumstances. Get involved in wrecks there at the end, but dude, it's nice to be back here. I haven't talked to you in forever, so. But yeah, dude, it was. I just came into this race. I'm just gonna take my time. I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna. Whatever happens, happens, and it's just. I was pretty fast. I knew I loved this track, and just running the bottom, and just letting it roll, and then save tires, and like I said, Zach pitting early. I was like, yeah, he's gonna pull straight away on me,
Yeah.
and no, I run him down, and I had 8 laps fresher tires, so it was pretty easy to get by. Because normally when you got equal tire advantage, it's hard to pass. So that clean air helped out a lot, and I'm kind of, be glad to celebrate in victory lane.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, he had a 3-second advantage there after that last round of pit stops, and you reeled him in about a half a second a lap. I said, boy, he's got 25 laps. Ain't no way he's going to hang on out front and hold off Chris Cornett, because you were absolutely flying, man. But yeah, congratulations on the win here today. You were definitely due one. Had some bad luck, but hopefully that's all behind you now. You're going to advance to the round of 8. We're off to Kansas next week, so hopefully we'll see you then, brother.
I appreciate it.
All right, everybody, there you have it. That is your race winner, Mr. Chris Cornett. Congratulations to him. Big win here tonight. He was definitely due one. And, yeah, definitely sealed it off in a dominant fashion. So congratulations to him. Like I said, next week we're off to Kansas. That'll be our first race in the round of 8. They'll be racing pretty hard for all them stage points and all the points ahead to try to make it down to the round of 4, which will be our championship race at Miami for the last race of the season on September 27th. So, anyways, that's it. That's all I got for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Appreciate you all being here. Had an absolute blast, as always, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Love y'all. Mean it. Until next time, goodbye.